One of the hot button issues with parents today is, never mind, let me start over. Sorry. One of the hot button issues with parents today is the medicating of young children. Many parents feel that with tighter restrictions on disciplinary action, with many schools, they punish your child and then send your child home. They don't even tell you because they don't think that the child should be punished at school and then sent home and punished at home as well. They consider that being punished twice for the same offense. So with disciplinary action under a lot tighter restrictions today, parents often turn to medication to calm children. There was a study done over 3 years between 2000 and 2003 in Texas of the foster care system. And in the foster care system, children were 2.5 to 4.5 times more likely to be immediately medicated rather than treated for hyperactivity disorders, mood disorders, and behavioral conduct disorders than other children on Medicaid in the state. In 2003, the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, released a report stating that there were approximately 11 million antidepressants that were prescribed only to children under the age of 19. And these prescriptions went all the way down to children the age of 2. 10% of those prescriptions were actually prescribed to children that were only 2 years old. These are children who, their brain synapses are not fully developed yet. Their brains are changing, and the medication that they're being given is changing the way their brains are forming. And this is not taken into consideration when parents can't deal with unruly children. Things that when we were kids were considered being a kid. This 11 million antidepressants is a 27% increase over that 3-year period of time. And the diagnosis for medicating ADHD, which is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which is one of the most common disorders diagnosed in young children, in ages 5 to 9 increased 85% and increased 49% in preschoolers. So 49% of preschoolers over a three-year period of time, 49% increase over the children that were already being diagnosed. Were diagnosed with ADHD and are medicated. Doctor in Buffalo, New York, Peter Jensen, did an experiment dealing with families and with children that were diagnosed with mood disorders or behavioral disorders or hyperactivity disorders. And with the different families, they were given 4 options of treatment for their children. And the 4 options were medicating and behavioral therapy, just medication, just behavioral therapy, or usual day-to-day care. And over 70% of caregivers immediately went for medication. Just medicate the kid and calm them down because I can't deal with them. So doctors are a whole lot quicker now to prescribe medication to young children because there's really no patience for adults to deal with kids with behavioral issues. And most of the time, these kids can be maintained, their behavior can be maintained with a regular routine, a regular diet, or just general behavioral therapy, such as a reward and denial system. Or, if they do something good, they make A's in school, parents give them $5 for every A. That's a condition operant therapy. Basically, they are learning that if they do good, they can get a reward. And kids with these disorders often have a lot of problem focusing, so they're oftentimes not doing so well in school. So when you give them a reward, it's more of an incentive to do good instead of just medicating them and making a bunch of little zombies walking around.